Tax, an all-year-round, all-in-one tax payroll and bookkeeping service here virtually in the US. Today, we will discuss about is your 401k okay for the tax saving strategy. But for you to know more about it, if you are watching right now, please comment on the section below so we can recognize you, where you from, and we are going to have a very interesting topic. This is a very popular tax savings strategy and also a retirement planning strategy. But before anything else, I'd like you to introduce about my company, Wyco Tax. So let me share my screen right now. There you go. Let me see. Okay. All right. All about the company. Okay. How are you guys doing today? We welcome to our Tax Savings Tuesday. All right. So the company, we're going to talk about the retirement savings. It's still loading. Let's see. By the way, if you have questions, feel free to type your questions in the comment section below, and we will answer it with our guest speaker for today. The 401k plan for the retirement savings plan was designed by United States Congress to encourage Americans to save for retirement. Among the benefits they offer is tax savings. And we will dig deeper with that with our consultant, the 401k and retirement planner strategist, and a published author. I love her book. All right, before anything, let me just walk you through my slide. The webinar will only last for less than 45 minutes. The question and answer, we encourage everyone to type their questions at the end. We can answer the question at the end of the presentation, but you can start typing your question in the comment section below. We are giving the tax and bookkeeping checklist on our website. All you have to do is go to our website and get your free PDF. Then we are also providing, Wyco Tax is providing any tax business consultations by going on our website again, and then you can be part of our gift card raffle by subscribing on my YouTube channel, Chris White Coco. Just all about me, how I started. Life is hard. I came from Philippines and a bachelor's of science in nursing, but I have a big dream to have a time and financial freedom. That's the reason why I really work hard to become an entrepreneur and able to spend quality time with my family. And that's my twin brother on the right side. Right now, everything is going good for my family because of the entrepreneurship that I took and started. So now, because of that, how did I started my company, Wyco Tax? When after my part-time job as a nurse, I've been selling. One thing is you don't need to take overtime. If you really want to be to start selling, that's the number one skill. It's not just selling your product or services, but you have to learn how to sell yourself, because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Through that, one of the clients or customers noticed my potential to run an accounting company. And let's just say the Wyco Tax, this is my baby, was born in 2015. We currently have 4 different locations: Harlingen, Brownsville, this is in South Texas. We also have in Dallas, San Antonio. Watch out for our ribbon soft launching here in Dallas, Texas. We are an all-year-round, all-in-one tax payroll bookkeeping service solution with combined 30-plus years experience. We are also handle immigration for people that would like to do an individual tax ID number. Those people that don't have any social security, but they want to start a business in America. As for 2022, I was awarded as a Business Person of the Year by the SBA here in South Texas. I'm already doing business consulting together with tax consulting, and the same thing with bookkeeping. Now, these are the publications. You can check us whether we are credible for your company. We have publications online on Google. We have newspapers, media ads. And why do you have to entrust your business to Wyco Tax? Wyco Tax, Wyco is my last name, okay, Wycoco. But we stand by our name as a worry-free, year-round, competitive, on-time tax payroll and bookkeeping service solution. Now, with the current virtual economy, there are 5 benefits of outsourcing your accounting, tax, and bookkeeping services, because we provide you peace of mind. You don't have to deal with the IRS. by yourself. If you get our services, we will save you headache. Do not need to learn. You do not need to learn any complicated accounting software. It can save you time so you can grow your business more, save money. We will file all your tax reports on time. And then also, this is the very popular that we're doing is faster access to grants and loans. We are helping to prepare financial statements in behalf of our clients. As a matter of fact, this is during the pandemic where our restaurant owner, one of our clients, we were able to facilitate smoothly the PPP and EIDL application. That's why you have to check our reviews. And let's see. Before we begin our official presentation, just a disclaimer, this material has been prepared for informational purposes only. It is not intended to provide and should not be relied on for tax, legal, and any accounting advice. Examples and other materials on this webinar are only for illustrative purpose and should not be relied for technical answers. Wyco Tax is a virtual outsourced tax and bookkeeping company, and we are not associated with any institution on this presentation. There you go. Let's jump in. Our speaker for today, we had a nice. I'm really inspired by her, by the book that she wrote. Also, she's very motivational. Then she is the president of her current company, Rich Consulting Services in San Diego. She is our 401k and retirement specialist. She strategically designed business plan to increase productivity for business owners, and she's also a chef. And then now she used to be the director in the National Strategic Field Sales Deployment in Extended Stay America. Let us all welcome my favorite speaker for all time. We have Miss Kay. Kay, good morning.
Hi, hi, Chris. Oh my God, happy Tuesday, right?
Happy Tuesday, Tax Savings Tuesday.
I
Yes,
love that.
it's going to
You
be
are,
happier because we have savings tips for them through you.
oh my God, you're just so fun to talk to, and you're just a
Mhm.
wholesome person who actually knows what you do. That's pretty amazing. You know, your story has really inspired a lot of people, and I hope you continue to do that. Because not everybody has that drive, and your energy really exude a lot of positivity and cheerfulness. So
So
I'm
was you.
excited to hear.
By the way, Kay, where are you from right now? Where are you right now?
I'm actually in San Diego. Our corporate office is here in San Diego. We do have satellite office in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
um, Texas, and Las Vegas, and we have Illinois as well. And we're about 38 states licensed to do business. So
Wow.
we're also
Mm-hmm.
a national broker. We're also a
Mm-hmm.
global broker. We do international health insurance and
Yes.
travel insurance. So we're here to support Chris in every business that he does.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I learned a lot on our boot camp. That's amazing. The 5 day boot camp. And 401k is something that we would like to go over. I think is the question is the 401k okay for tax savings?
well, it's not only just okay. I love the way you say it, right?
Mm-hmm.
401 is okay. It's more than okay because it
Mm-hmm.
definitely give you a lot of tax deduction if we design it according to what you want. Especially some of the 401k can be designed that would have more advantage to the business owners. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I prepared a little bit of presentation today just to share it with you.
All right.
And um, I'll share my screen. Give me a
Mm-hmm.
few minutes. That's okay.
Yeah, when I first got here, this is the get go. When you're a nurse, the company usually contribute they match it. So let's dig deeper with this one.
Yeah, I just want to, your comment is right. A lot of people, when they work, the tendency is they just, oh, I have a pension plan, I have a 401k. They don't even know what's the pension plan that they're enrolling to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they feel like, oh, the HR is handling it. No, 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 no. All I can
Yes.
suggest to you is you need to be involved because it's your money. You need to
Mm-hmm.
understand what kind of 401k you're enrolling to, right? You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to put a lot of money either, but our suggestion would be is and recommendation is to really understand your 401k. and put what is intended for you to get free money. Because
Mm-hmm.
if they match, they basically can give you free money out of that. Okay. And there are
Mm-hmm.
certain areas in the 401k also that they will give you 100% vested if you only work a certain period of time with them. So it's not automatic that it's fully vested. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in today's presentation, I'm going to give you a glimpse of what a pension plan is. Especially, this would be a good thing for business owners and also for independent contractors like we are. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the economy right now, it's really important that we have a diversified financial portfolio that can really have a strong financial foundation to you. With the current situation of the taxes, the inflation is going up, we need to find ways on how to put our money on a safe mode, right? So people can say, hey, you know what? Can you find me an investment that has 10% income immediately interest in few months? I'm telling you, it's hard to find that because if you really want to earn money, it takes time. Time is involved. And
Right.
that's really going to grow your money if you leave it there for a period of time. And it also can give you, a person can say, hey, how old am I going to retire? Anybody can say, hey, you know what? I have a client. He wants to retire at age 45
Mm-hmm.
and he is only 28 years old. It's really up to you on how you're going to plan it. Okay. So tax advantage is important too. So Chris' position is so important because he's very knowledgeable and he could definitely talk to you about tax advantages. Rate of return is also important. Okay, meaning that how much interest of your money will be earned, and it's also attached to the protection.
Okay,
Okay.
I have to interrupt you for a second.
Yeah.
Are you playing the PowerPoint?
Yes, I
Or
am.
oh, it's not playing. We don't see
It's
it.
not
So
showing.
it's showing, but it's just basically the slides from 1 to 3. Did you play the play the presentation?
Yes, I did. I
Oh, you
did.
did. Can you redo? You have to
Yeah.
share all the screen. Sorry for the interruption.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks for letting
Yeah.
me know.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Because when we got here, people assumed money grows in a night. When
No,
I
it's
got and then this specifically applies for business owner as well. The me, I'm handling people that are making 90,000 as a high income professionals up to $1 million, but they don't really have enough retirement planning. They just live year by year. There you go. Perfect.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
Proceed, Kay. Sorry. Thank
yes,
you.
no, 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 no. You're right. Thanks for letting me know. Reach concept. We believe
Mhm.
that time is money, health is wealth. With the current condition of the pandemic right now, with the rising COVID-19, health is far more important. But to be honest with you, when we retire, what is the most expensive expense that we're gonna have? Health insurance.
Insurance, health. Yes.
Health insurance. Understanding the impact of inflation, right now it's 8.3%. That's
Mm-hmm.
way above, right? The rate of return right now, a lot of people, from the stock market side, I don't really want to comment on that, but more than anything else, taxes is really going to be what they're saying is going to rise, right? So we really need to build a financial future. And this is our concept at Reach, is the hourglass concept.
Mm-hmm.
Building wealth in time will keep the glass full and continue to flow. There are in life there is ups and downs, right? So ideally, when you put together a time, you said, "Hey, I want to save $10,000 in a year." You can do it if you do it right and design it according to how to achieve it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you have income, lesser expenses, and balance in time. So we have a company that we actually work with closely that they could design, administer, and help you fund the the project. Okay. So what is a 401k? Okay, a lot of people would say, "Oh, it's you need to have employees." No, owner may or may not have any employees. If it's just an independent contractor, you create your own 401k.
Mm-hmm.
Owner has larger contribution than a 401k. Yes, we could definitely design it. Owners wants needs more flexibility in the annual contribution. We could definitely handle that as well. So think about it. The benefit of owning a plan, a 401k, can really give you a predictable benefit. Can also give you an assurance that you will have money when you retire. Okay, new laws has been created in different states that would allow you to have flexible funding. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and also can allow you to have a higher contribution in your 401k, to go back to you instead of you paying more taxes, because the government really encourage us, right, to
Yes.
save money for our retirement.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it. Those are the advantages. The other one also is why retirement plans. Owning a retirement 401k plan can it's a good for business owners. It
Mm-hmm.
can it allows you to accumulate money that you're not even knowing because it's automatic. Okay, you could do a bank draft, and it also can create deduction for your company, because anything that you do there can be deduction, and it can create a good discipline to your employee, and you will have a good employee retention.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays a lot of employers don't even provide any 401k, so it would be a great advantage for you to offer. Okay. And it also allows you to assist for business succession or any business estate planning. So why don't a lot of people don't own any 401k? Because they have a lot of excuses. They said, oh, let me go around it. Or sometimes they don't really understand it. And that's where you need licensed professional to assist you and support you in order for you to understand, and those excuses will disappear.
Yeah, they always thought, based on my experience, we have business owners that are making, and then we're talking about net, they're making 200 take home money of $215,000. The most common misconception, they thought this is an expense rather than investment.
Mhm. Well, it works both ways,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Because it's an investment to put back the expense that they were supposed to pay for their taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're putting it back to them as a business expense, but it's going back to their own pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that we could definitely, discuss with them in details, because we designed it according to every single client situation. So there is also a profit sharing plan that we could definitely discuss in such a great way, allowing employees to have the option for tax deferral. Okay. Well, that's something that I know everybody really don't get it, but we can definitely put it together for them.
Then
So
you know what you said, that the employee, just to let you know, guys, when you are an owner of the company, you can be an employee and open this for a one by being an S corp. And this is what we educate about. Your tax planning strategy is also based on the structure of your company. That's the reason why a tax planner goes hand in hand with the bookkeeper. Because if we know that you have excess money, then we can plan with you.
exactly, Chris, you're spot on, because, you know, um, this solo 401k, these are the types of plans that we can create. Of course, we actually go by the regulation and the law,
Mm-hmm.
understanding that we should, look every single thing, because there are discrimination act, right? Everybody
Yes.
has to be. So we have the solo 401k, traditional 401k. You don't have to have any employee. You could contribute on your own. That can be also a tax deduction for your business, but it goes
Mm-hmm.
back to you as a retirement money, right? So we
Yes.
also have a safe harbor for a 1K that you could give 3% to all of your employees, even though they're
Mm-hmm.
not contributing. But there is also another plan that can give you, if the employee opted not to participate,
Mm-hmm.
then you don't have to you don't have to match it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I would love to share more information about it, but this is such a great way for you to start and really realizing how important a 401k is. So um, any questions or anything I could answer, or do you want me to go further?
No, that's actually the gist of the 401k. And now I do have questions regarding the, it's a case study actually. So for example, like a person, it's a family business. The wife runs the business, started as an LLC. Now we did her S corp election, and then she noticed that she already making millions, though she hired her husband as a manager of the company. What type of 401k would you advise for them? Because both of them are on the payroll. When we say payroll, a lot of people have misconception that when they transfer money from their company to their personal account, it's a payroll. That's not payroll. A payroll is a W-2 that where you contribute Social Security, Medicare. That's why we handle their payroll as well. How do you design their 401k plan if the husband and wife are both employees of the wife's company?
Okay, then again, there's only two of them in the company, right?
Yes, so
So,
far.
and then both of them wanted to make sure and maximize their contribution, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
my, because I don't have the full information, but based
Mm-hmm.
on, because what we do is we do financial assessment, we do
Analysis. Yes. Mm-hmm.
analysis,
Mm-hmm.
and then we fit into what kind of, you said they're S corp, right?
Yeah,
So
we did the S corp election
okay,
this year. Mm-hmm.
so with the current situation, as you're telling me, not knowing everything, if both of them they are controlled parties. When we say controlled parties, they're
Mm-hmm.
owners. Okay,
Yes.
so they want to create a retirement. Either they're gonna have a life insurance with
Mm-hmm.
a pension plan. Okay, so if it's combined, we could maximize their contribution. Plus, they can own a life insurance policy inside their plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If something happened to one of them, they could continue to do business because, right, because of the money inside the insurance. And then the pension plan, which is the annuity side, at age of 65, if they want to earn, if they want to have 100,000 every year, we could create that. And that's what we call 412E.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why there are two birds in one stone. They have asset protection. Anything happened to them, there's a lump sum amount of money through the life insurance under a 401k. Is that how it works?
Yes, and that's what they
Mm-hmm.
call 412E. And then
Mm-hmm.
the other plan, if their income is variable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we could create a 401k for them. That could be safe harbor.
Yes.
Yeah, and then meaning that if they put, $10,000 every month, the company can match 50% or 30% of it, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so the matching of the company will be put into their personal retirement. So whatever being matched becomes a business expense for them.
Exactly, and that's the reason why they need. This should be properly mapped. That's why there are clients that we got. They do it manually. They have their own paper Excel sheet. They do it manually, but they didn't know the compliance. It's opening more kind of worms when you did it wrong because there are regulations with the Internal Revenue Service. Talking about regulation, when you say, what do you mean by safe harbor?
If it's a safe harbor, you're going to go through a discrimination act, meaning that
Mm-hmm.
you are available, giving it to the right, you know, uh, actually equally, because
Mm-hmm.
it has to be equally distributed, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't leave anyone behind, right? No one left behind.
Yeah, as long as they are employees of the company.
And they also needs to work 1,000 hours, right? For their W-2 to become
1,000 hours in a year.
in a year as a full-time employee. Yes.
But if it's less than that, they do they still have to issue an email? Hey, you know what? We're offering 401k just for formality, or we're
It's
not
for
required.
formality. They have to, we
Mm-hmm.
have to, because there's a booklet with the company that we're working with right now. They create a formal packet, and then it would has the business name of the company, so it's really really nice. And
Mm-hmm.
they will give it to the employee, and if the employee has the right to decline it or to participate,
Mm-hmm. Is
everybody.
there like a minimum or maximum amount of 401k contribution with this given scenario, the husband and wife?
Well, then again, as I mentioned, there is flexibility in funding.
Mm-hmm.
But there is flexibility. I cannot answer that question unless we go through the whole financial analysis of what their business have. Yeah.
Right. And that's why this is something a lot of people are afraid. Business owners are afraid. Oh, I'm going to be locked up with this amount of contribution for the rest of my life, which is not true
No,
because you
not
can
true.
always adjust that.
Yeah. And
That's
the
the.
good thing,
Mhm,
with us, Chris, if they work
mhm.
with us, with you, the proposal is complimentary.
Exactly. It's a
It's
free. It's like you go to the food court.
Yes.
And then this Chinese restaurant, they offer you a free sampler, and then it's up to you whether to
So
take it or not. It's the same thing with here. They thought that, oh, they will lock me in this kind of long term payment plan, that they don't have any breathing room to invest, which is not really the case.
mhm. Yeah, we provide free consultation with Chris, the partnership
Mm-hmm.
we have. So yeah, come in and flood Chris with with requests. We could definitely work with you.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the reason whenever they do make money, there are so many businesses, traditional businesses, they try to overestimate, they try to deduct so many outrageous expenses. Those are expenses that not qualified under the internal revenue code. And because they don't, there are two problems that I'm noticing with the traditional business owners. This, when I say traditional, this was inherited businesses from grandparents. They don't report their income, their cash. That's why people are not accepting credit card. They want cash. And then number two, they over balloon their expenses. For example, travel, gas, car expenses, anything about utilities, which is not the right strategy, because you could actually put more on your 401k and other retirement that increase the asset of your company.
Yeah, I think it's really important that everybody understand as a business owner their current financial situation because there's a lot of benefit owning a 401k.
And that's why is the 401k, for example, on the case that we have with the husband, if he has an existing 401k with the other company, let's say the wife needed him already full time, but he has a current 401k on his previous company, like in the hospital, can that be rolled over?
Yes, absolutely. We could roll it over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be an initial lump sum money for that husband um, to start the investment within the company. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And that
another, yeah,
mhm. And
go
then
ahead.
also with this platform that we have, there's a support, right? There's a customer support whenever they have any questions when we already
Absolutely.
enrolled them.
Yeah, it's more than the support because they will have an access on their own portal too.
Hmm. Yeah.
So everything is will be supported more than 100% by this company. Yeah.
Do you have a suggestion when is the best time to start, especially for a company that's a startup company that have 2 years in the business? Is there like a such thing, the best
It,
time to start?
to start
Mm-hmm.
is once they decide and embrace it because they could start anytime in the year, but I prefer you not to decide in December because it's the end of the
Oh yes,
thing.
I know. I.
That will drive you crazy because there's a lot of paperwork. I'm just giving a heads up. It takes at least
Mhm.
about 30 days, right? To get, especially if your business is has a little bit of it's a complicated or complex situation. So give enough time. I think the latest would be, but you know what? We did it. We had a client said, "Okay, I want a 401k. Let's start it December." Or January or okay this year, and the application was December 15. But you know what? With the company that we work with, we pull it off. By December 31, 2021, we were able to create a 401k for this company year 2021. So when
Yeah.
they file the tax for
Mhm.
2021 for 2022, they're good. So I'm telling you, if it's really, 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 really something that the client decided in the last minute, we could pull it off. But
Yeah, it's
with
not
everybody's,
recommended.
yeah, but it's everyone's sanity. Give us a little bit of time, right?
Yeah, exactly. So people thought that when you're a tax preparer, you're also a tax advisor, that you can take off those taxes, 50,000 of taxes at the end of the December, which is not. It's so it is so not practical to do that, both for the client and for the advisor, because tax savings happen not at the end of the year. It is during the year, so we can make some adjustment and diversification on the portfolio. That's why they do. People don't realize the value of having an advisor in a month-to-month basis and checking their financials, because they said, "Oh, I'm just gonna see you after a year," and they would feel that you can make those 50,000 tax liability gone within 2 hours of talking to a tax preparer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now we go ahead.
I agree. I agree. And especially we hold, I'm also a certified financial coach, so we want to make the
Mhm.
best interest for our clients, right? So
Because as your company is growing, you need smarter people on your team.
thank you. Thank
Yes, even me, I don't handle my social media. This is not my league. I just know the basic. The same thing with financials. But other people, they undervalue a planner, and then they thought that it's going to happen within 2 years, within 2 hours of sitting with an advisor. It's not. An idea is no value if it's not being executed.
Mhm.
And going back to what you said, it takes time. Time is a valuable asset that everybody should understand.
Yeah.
People withdraw a lot of money, and then they do this travel. Then at the end of the year, they ended up paying so much taxes because they realized those travel expenses are not business deductions.
It's only going to be, I think, 50%, right? Or 80%, depending if it's.
Well, depending on the nature of the travel, if it's they attended the wedding of their friends with no any business related deductions, that's something that's going to be
Exactly.
criticized by the Internal Revenue Service. But also the going back to the client, the husband and wife, then eventually because they need more manpower, they hire their kids, the 21-year-old, both of them is 21 and the other one is 22. Can they also open a 401k?
If there is more than 18 years old, if they're
More
age,
than 18 years old.
yeah,
Mhm.
18 years
So,
old.
so that's why it's also a good planning for the kids to start early and start young to know that it's more about the savings and realizing that they're the one benefiting this funding. You're parking your money somewhere, and after 10, 15 years that you can use it.
You're parking your own car in your own garage, right?
Yeah, it's like basically you're just designing the spending habit. It's like in the house. You're not taking away anything. You're just redesigning the furnitures, and the same thing with the financials. You're
You're
just
adding another
allocating the
room.
budget.
You're
Mhm.
adding a room or an extension on your house.
Yes, and then at the end, it's still your asset. It's still your
Exactly.
money.
Exactly.
Okay, there you go. This is the gist. If you guys want to know more, we're just scratching the surface. All you have to do is click the link below for any type of consultation. We are happy to provide you a financial needs analysis for any questions that you have for small business owners, high earned income, and you're having a hard time because every year you're paying taxes. We are here, Kay, and me myself as a tax professional, we work together hand in hand to make sure that you will get the maximum amount of tax savings benefits while minimizing the possible taxable income at the end of the year. Can you imagine we're already mid-year?
I know.
Oh my God, there's so many work in a given time is so fast when you're busy,
Yeah, and you're enjoying life. I think that's also.
and
Well,
that's the
thank
most
you.
important.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you so much for having me here. I hope this is not the last time, right?
This is just the beginning. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity. I read your book. Can you promote your book so everybody could read? I read it. I love it.
Oh, thank you so much. I ran out of my book, but it's
Wow.
available in Amazon. There's a new, we've actually sold almost 10,000 copies already. The
Mm-hmm.
name of the book is Positivity Within the Possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
So creating an environment there is every environment there is a possibility. We just need to really understand it and listen, and it can definitely change your life. So it's a great
Yeah.
way to start. Yeah.
That's why the positivity is a possibility of your reality, especially if you have a possible mindset on investing on the 401k that will give you more tax savings shelter. That's why you're the right speaker for this because your name is K. 401k is always okay if you plan it with K.
Everything will be okay. Oh my
Everything will
god,
be okay.
you are so cute.
I know. Okay, guys, we would have a replay on our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Kate, thank you very much for your time. I know you're busy with the time difference. San Diego, you woke up early. I really appreciate your knowledge imparting to our listeners.
Well, have a good day, everyone.